Mulabwanji, everyone. Welcome to Umoyo Talks. I hope you have a fabulous day today. My name is Kim, and I'm so super excited because today we have a real treat. We have Bombshell Grenade in the studio. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Bombshell, it's such an honor to have you here, and I'm so excited to delve into your journey and how you've gotten to where you are today. For those who may not be so familiar, I would say you are probably Zambia's most famous female rapper.
Oh, yeah,
yeah? I know you're a lot more than that. I mean, you're a model, an actress, you have your own TV show, you're a mother.
There's a whole ETC, etc., etc.
Yeah, and we'll delve into all of that.
Yes.
But something I have never shared with you that I thought I'd just share with you. The first time I came across you it was many years ago. I was just driving in my car and I came up to Longacre Roundabout and there was this massive billboard, like gigantic billboard of you looking super sexy. I'm like, who is this person? And it's your larger than life persona that kind of shines through, you know? Yet when I meet you in real life, you're quite a tiny little person, but with this incredible energy, like that dynamite. And therefore I feel your name, Bombshell Grenade, is so fitting. Where did that come from? Where is that name from?
Well, this whole Bombshell name started with my uncles because, I mean, they inspired me. Like, when it comes to rap music, it's all because I grew up around them. They love to listen to the old school type of rappers. I'm not going to mention names because I think a lot of people that are going to watch now, they'll be like, who's that? But then anyway, the old school rappers, and growing around them, I just loved rap music. Because they would sit down, and I mean, back in the day, there was radio sets, like cassettes. They would put in a radio, they start writing, they stop it. If you want to record a song, they would record it off a radio. And I would listen to them, and that just really inspired me. I loved rap music, or because of them. And so growing up, I had a big hair, like really afro puffy hair. So every time when I would show up, they would tell me I look like I stepped on a bomb. So they started calling me Bomb.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so they're like, your hair always just looks like you stepped on a bomb. So they started calling me Bomb. And because of my love for music, I decided to say, you know what, I actually want to be a rapper. So one day we sat down with my uncle and we're there thinking, what do you think I should call myself? And so we started figuring out names. And then he was like, why don't you just call yourself Bombshell? We already call you Bomb. So let's just call you Bombshell. And the older I got, the Bombshell name just started fitting, you know. So that's how the name came out.
Okay, I love it. I love it. And Bombshell also, you know, the way you dress is quite sexy and provocative, and you're quite flamboyant as well with lots of color,
yes,
you know.
Yeah.
So the name works in so many different ways. Yeah.
The older I got, the more it just fit in.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I love it. This morning, actually, I was just listening to such an interesting piece about identity and how the identity that we have for ourselves shapes our whole life. And for you, you're in the public, you have this public persona, Bombshell Grenade, which, like we said, it is very flamboyant and you know, and I was just wondering how that differs from your identity when you're at your own home with your child, you know, with your friends. Is it the same? Are you the same person? Or how do you integrate those two?
To be honest, I think there's a little bit of both, even when I'm being Bombshell or I'm being a mother or being a firstborn sister. Okay, there's obviously a difference. I'm not going to be like camera conscious or anything, but then the whole being strong, willed and everything just stays in both ways, whether I'm at home, whether being Bombshell. But definitely when I'm home, I have to have that whole mother nature, being a bigger sister and a role model and all that kind of stuff. But really, to be honest, I think it still goes both ways. It doesn't really switch much, you know. Obviously, when I'm in the cameras, I'm going to be like a certain type of way. But when I'm home, when there's something I don't like, I'm going to be, hey, you can't do that. You know, obviously, mommy time, big sister time. When my sisters are being funny, I'm going to be like, what you're doing is not correct. You know, so the strong will still just stays on both ends, a Bombshell and home being Walia.
But do you feel like when you are in the public and you step into full into that Bombshell Grenade persona, that it gives you more energy or courage or whatever it is?
I'm not gonna lie, every time, like say for example, when I'm having an interview, even just like now, or when I'm going on stage, my anxiety still kicks in. But I don't know, like when we just get into the mode, it just all switches, like it all just falls in place. And yes, it gives me the energy. Because at the end of the day, this is something that I've always wanted to do ever since I was a kid. It's not like I'm just doing it because I saw somebody doing it on TV. It's something that I've been passionate about. It's something I've dreamt of wanting to do. Yeah. So even when I'm in the position of being on stage or being in an interview, immediately the cameras are on. I'm like, I'm living my dream. Like, I'm living my life dream. So it just sets on.
Yeah, amazing. So you said you've wanted this since you were a little girl?
Yeah, since I was a little girl, since I was a kid. I mean, all my friends in class, when they're asking them, what do you want to be? The others will be like, I want to be a lawyer. Not that I have anything against it. My whole family, they're lawyers and judges. I love that. But for me, I would always just be like, I want to be a star. I want to be on billboards. I want to be on magazines. I want to be on TV.
So it was more like you are a performer. You are a performer and can take many different facets, right?
Yes.
But how the thing that you're probably most famous for, like I said in the beginning, is probably the singing, the rapping.
Yes, the music.
Where did that love for music? You said from your uncle, but
yeah, from my uncles. But it's just something that I asked my mom one time. I said because this is something I learned when I was pregnant. I would always put like earphones on my tummy. So I would have my daughter listening to it and I'll be also dancing to it. And funny enough, she also loves music. So I asked my mom, not that it's somewhere or anywhere that I read this, but I just wanted to find out from my mom, like, when you were pregnant with me, did you dance a lot? Did you listen to a lot of music? And she said, yes, I did a whole lot of that. So I don't know if it has an effect to that, I
think 100% it does.
It should, hey?
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I think it's something I was born with, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, like you said, influenced by all the rap music.
Yes, the rap music, my uncles, the hip hop, everything. So it just falls in place. There's also another African musician that I actually loved, and that's my grandfather that made me love her. Her name is Shalamwana. She passed on, I think, last year or something. Okay. May her soul rest in peace. But then I also loved her as well. So it wasn't just rap. Yeah. Even when I saw people dancing on the stage, I would, as a little girl, I would tie my little chitenge. Yeah. And I also start copying what they're doing.
Fantastic.
Yes. So
wonderful.
it's just everything.
What is your music about? Is there any particular message you're trying to put out there, or is it about your own life experiences? What is your music
Honestly, my music is a mix. It's not just on one diversion. Like, I always want to tackle different types of people when it comes to my music. We'll talk about the girl child. I'll talk about the girl child. I'll talk about love. I'll talk about partying. I'll talk about looking beautiful. I'll talk about God. So it's a whole mix of different things because, you can't, I'm one believer that I wouldn't want to do a one-way type of music because I want to have a whole lot of people listen to me. So that's the reason why I'll do music on God. I'll do music on love. I'll do music on the girl child. I'll do music on different things.
And also, we're not one-dimensional as people. You are so many different things and maybe showcase all the things that make you who you are. Yeah.
So, exactly. So that's the reason why I'll do so many things at once. And in those things, you find that you're actually managing to get different types of fan bases, different types of ages. Because if I'm just going to focus on one age, what happens to the older age? What happens to the middle age? So that's the reason why I do that type of thing.
Yeah. Something that I kind of get an energy from you and what inspires me is you're also, because you come across as a very strong woman, it's like, what you want. You're going to just go out and get it kind 100%. Of thing. You don't really care what everyone else around you thinks.
Oh, no, 100%.
And I love that. And I think that's such a strong message also for women and particularly younger women who are still trying to find themselves that it's okay to be you, whatever you is,
100%. And this is the same reason I'm saying, like, even when I'm on stage, when I'm fearful, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, everyone's going to be watching me. When I step on that stage, I'm like, you know what? I'm living my dream. This is something I've wanted to do from the time I was a kid. And even like I said, I'm about the girl child. I'm about the women. There's the whole stereotype about women. Women tend to feel like I can't do this because of maybe the society I'm in or maybe because of the people around me. But if it's something that's burning in you, why don't you let the light shine out? You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's how I see it.
Yeah. And also, trying to... Whatever it is we do in life, our light will only shine if we're really genuine to who we truly are,
100%. And I feel there's so many people out there who are not living for who they really are. Yeah. They're probably living for their parents or they're living for their partner or just trying to please other people. The best thing one could ever do, we only live once. You have to do what your heart desires. What's that fire burning in you? What is it that you really want to do?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what I also admire about you is that even though you have this big persona with your rapping and everything, you still allow people into your home life, your relationship with your daughter, and you kind of pull back that veil and allow people to see the real you, without the makeup, without the extravagant clothes and everything, and that I think takes courage as well.
It definitely
not
does.
to always be perfect, not to always be on point, So tell me a little bit about that.
Well, when it comes to that, really, at the end of the day, whether I am Bombshell Grenade, Fumukazi, at the end of the day, I am still Walia, Sophia Chiwesakonda, that's who I was born as. That's my identity. And I want people to feel close to me. I want them to realize that I'm human just as them. Away from the cameras, I'm human. I cry, I get sad, I get depressed, I get sick. You know what I mean? We go through all the types of situations. And how would my fans know that? Only if I show them. Because if I'm always just going to show them this perfect side of me, they will, people start to tend to feel like I'm not like you. So once you show them that, look, at the end of the day, I'm just as human as you are, people feel closer. And I want people to feel close to me because there's so much I have to share that we don't actually just show on an everyday basis. But if I could show that side of my life and have somebody watch out there and say, you know what? Bombshell is actually just like me. Oh, wow. Bombshell actually went through this stage in her life. I'm actually going through this. How did she manage to go through this? Or I might just learn one or two things from the actual people out there that I may be going through something then because I've shared it. People will share whatever it is that they've gone through. I love to even read their comments, to hear, like, what are they saying? I want to respond because I want to feel close to them because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be in this seat right here if it wasn't for the people. And for me, that is big.
I think it's so powerful, Bombshell, because in this day and age where everyone is trying to be perfect online, on Instagram with all these filters and things.
Oh my goodness.
You look
we tend to meet people in real life and you're like, wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that who I saw?
Yeah, but just that message that there is such power in being vulnerable, in showing who you truly are, and that's when you're going to get true connection from people.
Yeah.
Because if you're always trying to be perfect, you're not allowing your true self to shine through because we're not perfect.
No, we're not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
So I think it's really courageous as a celebrity, but I'm sure you still have, it must be still tough because you still have this persona and you want to look good for it and you want to have that flawless skin and there's a lot of expectations for you to be a certain way, I'm sure, from other people.
Oh, it definitely is because, for me, growing up, there's a period I had very bad acne. Like, even my little sister, there are times she would come to me and she's like, no, she's not a little sister anymore, but I still call her little sister. She'd come to me and she's like, what is wrong with your skin? What's going on? And for a child to notice that my skin was not okay,
but were you famous at that time, or?
I think I was,
starting
to. I was a little bit famous with my people because I've always loved to dress up. That's just always been me. So I was famous on that aspect. But still, it's definitely something that had me feel a little bit some type of way. So from a young age, I just had to start learning all the skin hacks. Drink a whole lot of water. Yeah. Do this. So it's just now built in me.
Tell us some of those hacks. I'm sure we all can benefit from what you've learned along the way. What should we be doing to have flawless skin?
Flawless skin. Water, water, water. I know when people are told you got to drink a whole lot of water, they think I'm just saying this because, oh no. Oh, what do you do for your skin? I drink a lot of water. And that, I'm sure she's just trying to say all that stuff.
Yeah.
I can tell you 100%, I can testify water is life. Especially with flawless skin. Drinking a whole lot of water first thing in the morning, make it even 3.5 liters a day if you can. I do my very best. Like, I'm always even posting on my story, like, I just drank my 1.5 liter of alkaline water. I mean, obviously before I didn't know about alkaline water, but ever since I learned about alkaline water, for me it's the way. Water. Green tea is very important as well because it cleanses your liver. Most people don't think your liver, they think skin is just about
the outside. Yeah.
But you have to start with working with the inside because certain purities or whatever, that come and reflect on your skin actually start from the inside.
100%.
Because you may be thinking I'm good inside when actually the problem is inside. So once you drink a lot of water, you're flushing out whatever problems may be on your liver, because your liver also has a very big, it works a lot with your skin. It does apply with your skin, your eyes, everything. The liver just has a lot of functions that it does with people.
Yeah, it's the organ that obviously detoxifies the
Yes.
body. So if your liver is working well, you'll detoxify better, and those impurities don't have to find other routes out
To
of
come
your
out,
body.
yes.
Yeah.
And people don't recognize that. So green tea.
And also, just to emphasize this,
Yeah.
because it's such an issue for people, just drinking a lot of water just to make sure your bowels are moving properly.
100%, your pH levels are good, because also that works with your skin.
Yeah, 100%.
Gases in your stomach do actually reflect with your skin. I never knew that actually. But then because of the skin problems I had, I was asked, do you have gas problems? And I did have gas problems. So all of that, water.
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 Okay.
I don't know how much I can stress water.
And everyone says around 2 liters a day, but we live in a hot climate here.
Oh, yes, yes.
So you can drink a lot more than that.
But that people actually have problems with drinking water. They just find water as a problem.
Yeah.
And I even wonder, because then how you can also see if you're having good intake with water is checking the color of your urine. How is your urine color? If it's gold, then deep gold or orange, then that definitely is a problem.
You need to drink more water.
You need to drink a whole lot of water.
Yeah.
So I'm just a water fanatic. I will drink with water at the side of my bed. I will have, first thing in the morning before I even brush my teeth, I will drink water. If you've been a person that suffered from acne, trust me, you will take water as your life. And there's people who don't suffer from acne at all. So maybe they'll be listening to this and they're thinking, why? But I have been I've suffered from acne before, and it was not a good experience. Acne can make people depressed. It can make you shy away from the world. Even when you feel I'm dressed, I'm looking hot, but because people look at you in a certain way, you're thinking, are they looking at my acne? And maybe the person is actually not recognizing that, but acne has got such a huge role with your mind. It could really mess you up mentally.
Yeah.
So water.
Water. Yeah.
Water.
And then also, the way you look, your figure, and I know you have one child, right?
Yes, I have one child.
Yeah.
Currently.
And did you gain a lot of weight when you were pregnant?
Okay, so I think I did. Though when other people see me, they're like, I got to 100, but I got just to 78. Yeah, kilos. But I had gained. For me, I felt that is gaining because, again, health for me comes first. The way I eat, the way I take care of myself, my diet, it's also a big deal. I was pretty bigger at some point, and I didn't really like that, personally. There are other people who feel they preferred me when I was bigger, but I prefer myself the way I am now. Because this whole thing, again, it comes back to being a celebrity. When you're taking pictures, you have to pose a certain way so that your face is captured this way. So I'm like,
your good angles.
Yes, you have to know. So I'm like, you know what? Why can't I just be however I'm standing and the camera just captures me, I'm good. Yeah. Why can't my tummy just be flat? The whole being... And also when I was bigger, I had more problems. I had low blood pressure a lot. So they also had to tell me you had to watch your weight. So that's where also green tea came in. I drink a lot of green tea, a whole lot of it. And it really helped me shade a lot. And there's also just a lot of products that I bought from Umoyo that really helped me. But this is one thing people need to understand. It doesn't mean just because I've got slimming tea or slimming pills from Umoyo and I start drinking them, then I'm going to lose weight. Because I'm not going to drink slimming pills from Umoyo and I'm here eating fried chicken, 6 pieces with fat cakes, and you think you're going to lose weight. It starts with your mind. You need to know, if I'm drinking the slimming pills from Umoyo, I have to watch how I eat. I have to eat clean.
It's about lifestyle.
Yes, it's lifestyle.
Yeah.
You can't think, because I'm drinking the pills now, it's definitely going to cleanse me and I'm going to lose weight.
Yeah, no, those things are just things to help perhaps accelerate the process or make it a little bit easier for your body. But it's going to be what you do every day with what you eat, how you live.
And a lot of people don't understand that. They feel because I'm taking this, I'm drinking green tea, I'm drinking slimming green tea, I'm drinking these pills, or I'm maybe jogging twice a week, I'm definitely going to lose weight. It definitely comes with your lifestyle. How are you eating? How are you taking care of yourself? What are you drinking? Are you taking fizzy drinks? Because all that comes to play. Yeah. And for me, I'm one person who's watchful of all of that. If I wanted to gain weight today, then I know, okay, I need to take this route to gain weight. But there's also gaining weight healthy. You know what I mean? Where you could actually watch what you eat, but you're gaining weight in a healthy way.
Yeah.
You don't have to go all out on just eating whatever it is.
But I honestly believe as well, because I mean, my mother-in-law, for instance, keeps telling me, Kim, you're too thin. Okay, I hear that all the time.
I love your body. Wow.
Thanks. But my point is this: that if you eat a healthy diet, if you lead a healthy lifestyle, your body will naturally just find a place where it is happy. You know, where you are at your optimal health.
Yes.
And whatever people think, if you're too slim or too big or whatever, if your body is happy there because it's found like this is where it naturally tends to be, fantastic, you know? I think sometimes there's just too much emphasis on how we're supposed to look. And different cultures as well. You know, here in Zambia,
they feel when you're big,
curves
everything,
and a lot of,
then you're good. When they see you small, they're like, what's the problem? What's happening?
And, you know, other cultures, it's the opposite. So, but at the end of the day, what are we trying to, we want to feel good, right? We want to be able to use our body to its best capacity, you know?
Yes.
So I feel that it's just, we got to figure out what that healthy lifestyle is for us and just allow our body to naturally find the weight that makes works a lot of sense. Body.
Yes. So if your body is working in a certain way, it's happy, I think that's what you got to do.
And have you found that kind of happy medium place for
100%.
Yeah.
I'm in my happy place right now.
Yeah.
I would not lose it for anything. I'm in my happy place. I'm not even going to be like, people are going to be, oh, you've lost too much weight. Oh, no, you've done. I'm like, I'm good the way I am. I feel really good.
Because another thing, if we're too obsessed about weight and where we need to be, we tend to become obsessive about food. Oh, I can't eat this food, or I should eat that food and all of that.
Yes.
Have you struggled with those kind of issues, emotional eating or anything around?
Actually, I've never really had emotional eating. Because for me, I don't know, whatever I decide or whatever decision I make when it comes to my lifestyle or my body, it all starts with my mind. It starts with my brain. I tell myself, okay, so if I'm not trying to gain weight, I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to eat that. So it's not a problem for me. Whatever it is that I'm going to decide to start eating. Like, I never loved avocado. But when I found out what nutrients avocado has, I was like, okay, this is actually good. This will actually be good for my body. So I found a way to eat it that I'm going to enjoy it. So once I'm doing that and I know this is actually very good for my body, just automatically I start to enjoy it.
Well, that's the ultimate, because really we should be eating to feed our bodies, you know, to nourish ourselves, not because it tastes good or looks good or it's the time to eat, you know. It's so if you can connect to, oh, this food actually makes me feel good as well, I mean, that's phenomenal.
Exactly, and that's what I do.
That's what you do?
Yes, that's what I do. I know there's people have problems with that, you know. Yeah. Maybe there are people just love to eat. Stress eating. Yeah. I've never had that problem. But I've heard of people when they're sad, they're like, you know what, when I'm sad, I just eat.
So what do you do to help with stress? Because I'm sure you have so many demands on yourself. How do you deal with stuff? Okay, stress?
Especially that I suffer from anxiety. Anxiety is crazy. Like, it just kicks in at the wrongest times. It'll give you the worst thoughts on whatever. But one thing I love to do, definitely, first and foremost, I talk to God. I love to pray. It really helps me. And also, just being surrounded by people that really support you and love you, that believe in you, is very important. Because if you're going to surround yourself with negative people, it just definitely is going to take you down.
So when you say you have had issues with anxiety, do you get like panic attacks?
I do actually get panic attacks. I do. Because after I gave birth, I suffered from postnatal depression. And it was horrible. That's like a horrible place to be at. And
how long did you have or suffer from that?
I think I had it for like 2 years.
Because it's more common than people realize.
No. Actually, they don't realize that postnatal depression is real. Yeah. You just feel so disconnected from your child and you're asking yourself, what is wrong?
And did you actually get it diagnosed? Or
yes, they did. Yeah. Because the thing is, when I was pregnant, I had a male gynecologist. I think he didn't notice that I actually had it. The things I would talk about, the things I was doing, there were all the signs there. But I don't know. I think he just didn't notice it. So it was after I gave birth, I was just always feeling sick. Like I would feel dizzy, I would feel weak. Go to the hospital, they did all tests, blood tests, whatnot. Nothing. They would find nothing. So then another day, this doctor goes on to say, okay, since all your tests, everything seems fine. Let's talk about how you think. Tell me, what are your thoughts? So now I started sharing with her my thoughts. How do you feel with your daughter? Do you feel happy that you have a kid? I was like, don't feel anything. It just feels, I have a kid. Okay. She's like, okay. And she asked me, when you were pregnant, what were you doing? I said, I love shopping. I was going crazy on shopping. And she goes like, but those are the signs of postnatal depression. I would go shopping. Like, I was buying clothes for her. When I was packing for her delivery, I packed 3 suitcases of different outfits. That was not normal. And she's like, no, that's not normal.
So did you have to do something, or did you do something in particular to come out of this postnatal depression, or did it kind of subside on its own?
No. I had to talk to, like, I started seeing a certain lady that would talk. I started telling her what I feel, the emotions I was feeling, because I started also feeling like I'm not a good mom. Why am I not connected to my kid? Like, why am I feeling this? And so she had to start telling me it's okay to feel this. She gave me certain books to read on as well. And she also told me to start practicing when I feel anxiety, what I should feel. Like, imagine yourself at the ocean. Do you love the smell of the ocean? Think of something you love. That's what she told me. So, but then, because after I gave birth, I was in South Africa, I had to come back to Zambia. And then when I got here, there's a certain aunt of mine that I started talking to, and gradually would talk. So I started talking to her in a way that I didn't shy out. Whatever I thought of, I would tell. Because, certain people, especially when they're depressed, they feel if I share my thoughts, I'm going to be judged. They're probably going to tell me, oh, you're probably demon possessed, or what is wrong with you? Why are you thinking like that? You know what I mean? And the lady in South Africa told me, you need to find somebody that you can open up to 100%. Because you need to realize that every time you get all those crazy thoughts, it's not like you're not okay. It's the depression kicking in. And once you realize that you actually have this problem, it's actually good, because there's people out there who have this problem and they don't even realize it. And that's why you find people doing crazy stuff, like they go kill themselves, because they don't realize that, this is actually, it's a problem. Yeah. They think this is the norm. Oh, I'm ugly. Oh, I'm skinny. Oh, no, I'm this. Before you know it, they're feeling so bad about themselves. Now they're thinking, how do I share with the next person, or my mom or my dad, that I'm thinking of killing myself? They're going to judge me. I think the best thing for me to do it, let me just do it. But then once you are in touch with your feelings and your thoughts, and you are able to speak, it actually helps. Yeah. And that's what helped me. I was always speaking about it. And when I'm speaking to the person, they would make me realize. And the worst part about postnatal depression, it always makes you think of the worst, like where you're not doing good. And also, I started to realize that I can't be a perfect mother. As much as I'm trying to be a perfect mother, I'm doing my very best to be a perfect mother.
We always do the best with the tools we have at the moment.
Yes. Yeah. But then you can't be perfect. But then with postnatal depression, it makes you like, there's this voice in the back of the head, like, you're not perfect. What are you doing? Oh, your daughter is crying. Why is your daughter crying? And you start beating yourself like, oh my God, why is she crying? Did I do something wrong? Oh no, did I do this? So talking about it, spending more time with her, eventually I started to realize how much of, like, she's the best, greatest thing that's ever happened in my life. And now when I look at her baby pictures, I feel like I wasn't present, and that hurts me. There's a period like when I'd do that, I would actually cry. But then now I just embrace it, and I'm like, you know what? This was a learning curve. And honestly speaking, it just made me stronger to be where I am today. I feel much, much stronger. But postnatal depression is ugly. Really ugly.
But I love how you've taken a very difficult situation and you've reframed it in your mind. Instead of beating yourself up about it, which you could, and put yourself further into a depression or feed that anxiety, you've seen it as it can actually have a positive effect on your life, and your bond with your daughter will be even greater going forward. So it's a blessing and everything that you've learned.
Yes, it is actually. It is.
Blessing in disguise.
Yes, it is. Yeah. It is.
I truly believe that's the reason we get these problems and challenges in our life.
Yeah.
It's like that diamond where, we're being chiseled
to make ourselves it's true, because a diamond is always found in the dirt, and then they have to chisel it. That's very true. Yeah. Yeah.
But also, once again, I admire your courage to speak so openly about it, and to be vulnerable about this, because it's not easy topics. And especially in Zambia, I think there's a lot of stigma, anything to do with mental health. People it's been attached to, oh no, you're crazy.
Yes, you're crazy, you're possessed. It's sad. And there's so many people out there that are suffering from mental illness, but because they're scared to speak out, people are just dying. inside.
Yeah. So you think that your anxiety started from that time?
I think so.
Yeah.
It did start from that time. Maybe it started before, but I didn't know. But then I feel it was triggered more after I gave birth.
And you still have some anxiety
100%
attacks?
I still have anxiety
But now
attacks.
you know what to do when that happens?
Now I know how to handle it when it happens. Obviously, take deep breaths in, calm down, probably take some time out, do something that I love, think of something positive, think of, because I also do therapy. It's very important. I go for therapy as well, especially being in my type of career. You get a lot of negatives, so much negativity, but that makes me stronger as well. But then also going for therapy helps. I also take a lot of water.
That's great.
A lot of alkaline water. Yeah. Honestly speaking, when my anxiety kicks on and I just take like even this bottle like quick, it just goes down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, I can imagine in your industry that there's a lot of negativity that you get. I mean, that's like the more famous you are, the more you're going to get those things. And I'm just also thinking in Zambia, you know, it's quite a conservative society here.
It is.
And you're quite out there and you know, quite provocative in many ways, you know, with the way you dress, your music, all sorts of things, you know. Has there been a lot of backlash with regards
definitely. There's been a whole lot.
And how do you deal with that, Bombshell?
There's been a whole lot of backlash.
Tell us a little bit about.
I'm gonna remember the first time I ever trended on a very negative pace. It kicked me to the curb. Like I was just like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna get out of this? But and you know, once that happens, it's like when it comes to the haters, I'm gonna call them the haters. They stay in the grass just waiting. It's like they wait, you know? When you're not, when there's nothing wrong going on with you, you don't get much going on. People won't get much. You may not even get too many likes or whatever. But once something negative just comes in, you see a whole bunch of people rising up. Like now you see people for who they really are. And the first time that ever happened to me, that's when it really like got to me. But then from that, it actually got me stronger. It's like the thicker my skin got. And there's certainly times where when people say negative things, I look through comments. I love to read my comments. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not that celebrity that if I post something, I'm not gonna read my comments. I'm gonna read my comments because I wanna see what people have to say. And some of the negative comments actually have made me better. Because there's also productive negativity. Like,
give us an example.
Let me say maybe I drop a song and somebody say like, why did you do this song like this? Maybe where they say, it may come out like it's negative when it's actually constructive for me. I'll read it and I'm like, maybe for sure I should consider what this person has said. And maybe let me do better on the next song. Maybe the way I spoke when I went for an interview, maybe I should do this like this. There's one time I was on an interview and when we're done, I think this was like in the beginning of my career, the lady was like, can you do a freestyle? And I was like, no, why should I do a freestyle? And there was a fan listening. And they came to my comment section, they were like, why didn't you do a freestyle? I was waiting for you to do a freestyle. Yeah. That just shows that you're whack. You're what? You're what? And they said a whole lot of stuff. Huh? And when I read that, I'm like, okay, maybe I should be doing freestyles when I'm asked to do a freestyle. And ever since then, when I'm asked for that, I'll do it. And from that, I feel that helped me get better.
But when you're out and about, I mean, do you, I mean, it must be quite difficult because every fan will have their own opinion about who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to do and all of that.
Yeah.
So is that in the back of your mind what your fans are thinking, or are you just trying to be yourself when you're out there? How much influence do they have in terms of what you do or don't do or say or don't say?
Okay, so for my fans, I call them Bomb Kingdom. Nice. The Bomb Kingdom. I feel I wouldn't be who I was or who I am today if it wasn't for them. So I put them first. What they feel about me is very big to me. It's very important.
But will you change who you are according to what they think and feel? And
No. That's me changing my identity. I wouldn't do that for anybody. I believe in my identity so much. So I feel I have made them understand my identity and they love me for me.
Yeah.
But what they say, what they feel, for me comes first a lot. But I'm not going to change my identity now. I wouldn't do that.
And they probably love you for that strength as well.
And I've been that. Yeah. I remember when I just started, others would diss my voice. They would be like, she's got such a deep voice. Sounds like she's in a drum and whatever. And I had people come talk to me like, no, I think you should kind of change your voice because people are saying your voice sounds. I was like, no. Why should I change my voice? This is who I am. So then let whoever is going to love me for me. Yeah. And I stuck to that. I was not going to change that at all. Not at all. Identity for me is very important. Yeah. If you believe that's who you are, you should stick to that. Let people, the ones that are meant to love you are going to love you either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of the highest points of integrity that you can have to stay true to who you are and have the courage to be yourself.
Exactly.
And ultimately, that is what makes you unique as well. Yeah. You know, otherwise you just become a copycat of 100%, everyone else.
Because oh no, because she's doing that. Oh no, now let me also do this. Oh no, she changed her hairstyle. Oh no, let me also do that hairstyle. No. Yeah. Just stay
and
true
there's
to
no
yourself.
one like you, Bombshell, I must say. Really? You're very unique. Eh?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
But one issue, I mean, I noticed this in my industry as well, and it's obviously going to be the case for you and your industry. Zambia is small. I mean, we have a small population. There are only so many venues here that you can play. You know, there's only so much opportunity.
Yes.
How have you dealt with that? Are you looking to try and get recognized out of Zambia? What do you,
The dream is to be global.
The dream is wonderful.
Yes, globally, everywhere. Oh my goodness. And I want to be global.
How are you what is the plan? How can you become global?
You see, that's the thing when it comes to everything involves money, because it's not like the way it was back in the day where maybe you just walk somewhere in a store and you find these big artists and you hand them over your CD. A lot of people made it like that back in the day, but then now you have to invest in yourself.
How do you do that?
You definitely have to go out there, market yourself, and that's also definitely spending. I had an interview the last time and I was telling them how much I think I have spent just to be to where I am today. They didn't understand that, but honestly, if you see yourself as a business, as a brand, you have to invest. Just like any business, you have to invest to be. Umoyo didn't just start from nowhere. You had to invest. So I see Bombshell as a brand. I have to invest. If I'm seeing myself globally, I have to go out there and show those people globally that this is who I am. I mean, there's social media now, thank God. But certainly certain things you have to take that step out. Come out of your comfort zone and show people out there what you are made of, who you are. Yeah.
So you actually kind of see yourself as a business, as a brand that you're managing.
100%. This is not a hobby. It's not. It's a brand.
And obviously the rapping is part of it, but the music is just one part of it. Tell us more about what you do.
Well, so I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an ambassador. I'm an influencer. I love humanitarian works. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I do. I'm an actress. I'm a model. Yeah, I'm a farmer. Oh my goodness, it's a lot.
You're a farmer. Yes. I didn't know that. What do you farm?
Well, there's a whole lot of things. There's tomatoes, there's chickens, there's pigs.
That's phenomenal.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love all of that. It's a whole bunch of things all put together. Yes.
But being an actress, a model, and an entrepreneur, as well as a rapper, I mean, these are very creative things that you're doing. So I think that's kind of maybe the thread that
a lot of people have followed very well.
Yeah.
Yes. And I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Yes. No, this path that I chose, there are times I do sit and I'm like, I'd have loved to be a surgeon.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I love medicine, and that's why I love Umoyo. Like, I would come there before I even got involved. I would go like in the shops and I'll start asking like, what's this? So what does it do? And when they tell me, oh, it does this and does that and that, and I just get so intrigued, like, wow, this is nice, and there's no side effects to it. And I'm like, why don't I buy this? Okay, I'm going to get this. Okay, I'm going to get that. And when you try out everything, it just works perfectly. Because I'm always looking at side effects. I always have to ask. Like, even when I go to the hospital and they're like, oh, I'm giving you antibiotics. I'm like, so what are the side effects? They'll tell me that and I'm like, oh, goodness. But then...
So it sounds like you are a very health conscious person.
Very health conscious.
And also not just physically, but with your mind, the emotional, mental, spiritual.
Yes.
Yet you're also in a career where it's late nights, I imagine.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
and you're probably at parties all the time where there's a lot of alcohol and things.
Yes.
That must be quite challenging as well when you're trying to lead a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, definitely it is. I love my whiskey. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
And I've had that problem. Oh, goodness. I get bad hangovers. But then...
And it gets worse as you get older, Bombshell, as well.
Okay, no, that's true. Because when I look at myself, I'm like, when I was in my 20s, I wouldn't get hangovers like this. But then now you get knocked down like a whole week. You're just feeling...
But at least you have your alkaline water.
Oh!
She's going to point
alkaline
out.
Oh, you know what? It's golden. No lie. I know. Alkaline water does it for everything. The hangovers, the feeling sick, the feeling... My anxiety problems. But then yes, alkaline water, definitely. Just a whole bunch of it. If you have to take 4 liters, drink it. It really helps.
It sounds like you're trying to find a balance there in different areas of your life. And
Yeah. I've been trying, especially when it comes to the alcohol. I'm glad you spoke about it. I had to find a balance to that because I love my whiskey. I'm not even going to lie. But then now I've realized it's okay, fine. My body can't take it the way it used to back in the day. So I always manage to know how to take it. If I'm going to have an event during the week, I'm not going to take so much of it. Maybe just a glass or 2 just to socialize. But then I'm not going to go much to it because I know if I'm going to take too much whiskey on a Wednesday and maybe let's say I have a shoot on a Thursday or Friday, I'll be just knocked down. And you know how alcohol is. And again, alcohol has got such an effect on your aging process. So that also just throws me off.
Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yes.
But it also comes down to, seeing yourself as this brand and a business, and you got to make sure you're taking care of that.
No, definitely. You got to make sure you're taking care of that because you can't be out there saying, I'm a brand, I'm a business, and then the way you present yourself. Because it's the same thing. Like if I'm going to go to a dermatologist and I want to work on my skin and their skin is broken and stuff, I'm like, how are you going to work on my skin? But yours just needs just that help. You got to be presentable.
Yeah. But now, I mean, you can find your music like on Spotify.
Yeah, everywhere, on all online platforms. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, so how are you trying to market that to the rest of the world? Is that through social media or?
Currently, it has to be through social media. Also, the international TV stations, like there's the Trace Africa, there's Urban Trace, there's MTV Base. If you're able to do that.
And have you been able to do that? Are you?
Yeah, some songs are there, but like I said, it's all financial thing. Is like you always just have to spend that money. I mean, for the people that are even privileged to go to Paris, where there's the main part of Trace, then if you go there, oh my goodness, that is good. For me, that's a dream. I have to go there. Because once you get your music on those platforms, then at least you're guaranteed that the whole world kind of will watch it. But
and
thanks to social media too. Do you have any
role models in Zambia or perhaps wider in Africa that have done it that you look up to?
Well, we have our Nigerian artists. Those guys are doing a whole lot. Like, they're doing real big. Yeah. And I feel where we are different with the Nigerian artists, those people support one another. They're ready to put a hand down to whoever is down there and lift them up. I think that's where we kind of lack when it comes to our country. It's very self-centered. It's like everyone is just to themselves. Like, I gotta make it on my own. But then where we're making a mistake is if Zambia is tiny. So if we have one artist representing out there, still the name Zambia won't be known. But imagine if we had a whole bunch of Zambian artists that have been heard out there. That's the reason why Nigeria is being put on the map so badly, because every day we're hearing about a new Nigerian artist. And that's why Nigeria has gone on the map, because there's a whole lot of them. They're not just thinking, I am Wizkid or I am, it's not just me. They are really helping one another. They're taking each other up the ladder. And that way, people are being heard. Yeah. So for me, if I had a chance, if I'm out there, I would definitely put my hand down for the rest to come up. So we put our country on the map.
And that's something also that I've noticed about you, that you are very caring and generous, and just with your social media following, with your fans, you're always trying to do giveaways and all sorts of things.
Giving is golden. I love to give. It gives me so much joy. Like if I could even do more, I really would. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
I love it, Bombshell. So once again, there are just so many facets to who you are.
Yes, there's so much. A lot.
You're this fierce businesswoman, rapper, as well as this kind, caring, generous person.
I know, it's so surprising. Like, okay, the way because a lot of people when they meet me, they think I'm stuck up or I'm not this person. And then when they get to see that side of me, they're like so surprised. Yeah.
No, because your persona can be quite intimidating,
I know.
Yes. But you're very, very kind and generous and very easy to relate to. I would love to just ask you, what is your bigger vision for yourself?
Okay.
10 years from now, where is Bombshell?
10 years, definitely globally.
Really?
I've always, global. I've had this dream, like I would want to open a homeless, like a home for the homeless.
Oh, wow.
I would love that. Something that can just live forever, for generations to come. And people can be like, this home was actually built by a woman named Bombshell. That is my dream.
Where? In Zambia?
Zambia. If it can be, like, I mean, it could start from here, then it just, goes worldwide. Because there's so many homeless people that need so much help. Homeless, the girl child, I'm very big on that. Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And obviously that can happen if you just keep pushing your own career.
Yes. Everything is possible. I mean, it's all about the push and putting your mind to it. And working hard, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you have to believe it, that it is possible.
Yes.
That's always the first step.
Yes.
And I can see you have that belief and drive.
100%. It will happen one day.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
For people who want to perhaps work with you or just find out more about you or listen to your music, what is the best way to kind of connect with you?
All right. So for my social media platforms, it's all Bombshell Grenade. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And for my music, it's on all online platforms. You can get my music on it. So if you want to work with me, just get at me on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my, my Twitter. We're definitely ready to work. My email address, my PR's numbers, they're all there. I'm definitely ready to work if you want to work.
And we'll make sure we put all your information in our show notes as well, so people can get a hold of you if they want to.
Definitely.
It's been such an incredible conversation with you, Bombshell.
I've loved it. It's been so good. It's relieving. Like, I feel relieved a lot.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
No, it's so incredible just to hear your story. And once again, I just love your integrity, your courage, your strength as a woman. Because it can't be easy.
No,
particularly in a society like Zambia, to be a female rapper.
No, it's not.
There are not many of you.
No, there's not many of us.
So it's really commendable. Perhaps just to end, do you have a message for your fans or something that you'd like to share?
First and foremost, put God first. I'm very big on that. Drink your water. Alkaline water. Trust me, it's life. This is not even something that I'm just saying for saying. Trust me, try it out. I mean, people are always asking me, how am I 49 years old? It's because of alkaline water.
You're 49 years old. You're not 49 years old. I'm calling you out on that one.
No, but alkaline water makes... I'm 49. Okay. All right. Drink your water. It's very important. And also just stay true to yourself, really. Whatever it is that you want to do in your life, you are able to do it. You have the keys to your success. Nobody should tell you otherwise. Go for it, do it. Trust me, you don't want to be older or I don't know at what age and start looking back and say, I wish I did it because your friend did it. And also remember, your road to success is different from the next person. So do you.
Thank you so much, Bombshell. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes.
To all our listeners and viewers, thanks for tuning in. And I hope you found this as inspirational as I did. Go out and just smash it. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Namila Sikasula, founder of Awane Wellness. Make sure you tune into the Umoyo Talks podcast. Also, remember to subscribe to the Umoyo Health YouTube channel.